Hello everyone, welcome back to IDTGA Season 32. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We're going to dive straight into our match that we're going, because that's going right now, and let's just go straight into it. No time to talk, let's just go.
We have no time. Alright, so the map here is, if I'm not mistaken, is that TC or is that Rainmaker? I think it's TC Manta? And yes, okay,
yes,
TC
Manta.
Alright, from these comps, we have a Grim, we have a Grim, a Forge, a Custom Jet, and a NZAP from Team A, and from Team B, we got a Hero replica. We have a Bamboo, we have a Junior, we have a Hero Blaster, and we have a K-Shot. What do you think of these comps, CJ?
It's definitely an interesting comp, and just to sort out in conclusion, we are in round 1, and it is Ambitious Ambience versus Bloodright Bastion. And currently we're starting off with Ambitious Ambience do take the first lead, but that Bamboo on the tower does get taken out, but Johnny does take down Slim, and they're going to keep on pushing that tower. 2v2 scenario right out with one player on tower, but Foch does get taken down. A jump heading onto tower, and they do manage to avoid that, but I don't know, will they be able to take that tower? Johnny just avoiding those players like the plague, nearly taking that tower, that checkpoint out, but unfortunately not able to, and that checkpoint is going to recover back at the top, and Ambitious Ambience are going to need to make another push if they're going to want to take that second checkpoint away from them.
It looks like the Bamboo is just staying up top, and first of all, this Blaster is striking. Let's see if he can get a pick, and he does get the ends up down, and now he's just going to see if he can just get any more picks with, I believe, his teammate, who is Johnny, actually. And they do get a double, but it looks like the Bamboo and the K-Shot also ends up going down from behind them, from the Jet Sculpture and not the Custom Blaster, the Grim Blaster. And but they do take care of it, and these missiles that I have to avoid is crucial, and he does get the pick, and I believe that's a delayed wipe, if I'm not mistaken.
It quite possibly could be, and we're seeing R now here trying to get some splats, but does get taken out by Foch's Jet Sculpture here, and Foch is trying to get some turf, trying to get some picks. Once they get that special ready, that is going to be a Stingray at the ready, and there it goes, Stingray doing Stingray things, trying to find some players, trying to find some picks, but Foch does have those 10 missiles directed right onto them, but that K-Shot is going to come up, sorry, the Splat Shot Junior come up and try to get the splats, but Asta there does get that splat with the Bamboo, as Ambitious Ambience is going to make another push here, heading to that second checkpoint, aiming to clear it, and they're just lowering some bombs over the checkpoint, but with 1 point remaining, are they going to be able to clear it? But Johnny, there we go, gets up to the checkpoint, does clear it. 2 players down on the side of Ambience right now, and Bastions are trying to find the picks. They do find the picks, and we have 2 players down. There's going to be the end to that push from the Ambience.
Ambience was just jumping on towers, trying to get as many points as it can, and Astra does get the pick on this Grim. This could possibly be another push for them if they're able to get back mid. As you can see, Astra is taking out is using 10 missiles to get control of mid, and it looks like his teammates are pushing up, and there goes the K-Pro, and there goes the Grim Range again. Astra's gonna hop on tower, and I'm pretty sure that Foch is gonna use that Stingray from the back since he has it. They're armoring. And here it comes. There it is.
There's that Stingray. There's that Stingray. And here comes Johnny trying to get those splats. But it does get taken out by Slim there, making for a good defense, stopping Johnny in there. And that is going to be the end of that push. Slim finding some players with those 10 missiles, handing them and trying to increase the pressure on them. That missiles does tell them where they are, and they're going to increase the pressure and try and find those picks. Unfortunately, doesn't find the picks, that narrowly avoiding the 10 missiles, and another set of 10 missiles from the Ambience, but Slim gets taken out by the 10.
That 10 missile hit him directly in the face, but the Bamboo is pushing really far up, if I'm not mistaken. I saw him curling bombing into the Stingray. He's trying to get Foch out of here before the Stingray can do any more damage, and I think he gets it. Oh no, they both just back up, if I'm not mistaken. But
the
just trying
splashdown.
to get these picks with these Blaster, and the Grim is just giving him a lot of pressure. Is he able to get it? And with the faster fire rate, he is able to get it. Oh, he gets a double. Can he get a triple? He's chasing after them.
He does get the triple. Are they able to?
And they jumped out. A nice triple by really making them say and right now they're just trying to see if any points can get, but the K-Pro ends up getting the K-Pro ends up getting and then takes it out by Johnny by the bomb. Johnny's just holding this up area now, and Team B does have tower though, but it's just one person there, and that's gonna be the game.
That is definitely game one going to the ambitious Ambience there. They do take game one of round one. Oh, sorry, this is round two. Sorry, round two, match one. They take. There we go, and we're seeing that KA rate on the board now. Now let's take, while we got a little bit of breathing room, we're not just like diving into the deep end of a 5-meter diving platform. Now that we have a little bit of breathing room, next up we have Humpback Pump Track Clamblets.
This map is interesting. I used to hate it, now I like it, and then I hate it again a little bit, and I like it. It's a kind of switch on depending on your playstyle of weapon. It's just a map you have to mapping mode that you have to get used to. Cause I love the Rainmaker version, but the Clamblets I'm never able to get a push, and I don't know why, but maybe these people know, and maybe they'll be able to get huge pushes down to like 30 in one push.
Yeah, so the thing about Humpback Pump Track Clamblets is that because your baskets are so close to the center of the stage, it can be quite quick to make a push, but don't forget, Humpback Pump Track is somewhat of a wide stage, which means the spawns are close to the middle, so you can also get to your spawn, so to your basket quite quickly as well. So there's a lot of mobility options on this stage, and a lot of ways you can quickly head into the middle, quickly head to the center, quickly head to your basket, and you can also go around those side routes to get those pushes get those clam pushes as well. And there are clams that spawn on the side, which can make some incredible, let's not slam my mic, for some incredible lengths over there. But only time will tell to see what the Ambience or what Bastion does as we head into this second game here, round two, game two. Let's see what these two teams bring to the battlefield.
I'm really hoping for a specific weapon, and no, it's not Tenebrella this time. It is. Oh, we do have Fosh going on the brush. Is that the new vote? It is. So it's gonna have beacons and missiles. But from Team A, we have an NZEP, Bamboo, K-Machine, and a K-Shot. And from Team B, we have a Splash, a Brush, Octobrush Nouveau, K-Shot, and an NZEP. So they both have the NZEP, which means that they're both going to get their armor. And once Fosh is already in their base and takes out the Bamboo, and now they're just going to push right here, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they're just going, yeah, we're going to splat you, we're going to get clams, we're going to try and get this push going, but unfortunately, they don't have the clams as Lychee goes down to that suction bomb out from Fosh. And just something I want to note that's interesting, these two comps here, that Bamboo is the longest range weapon in this match right now. There's such a close range comps from both of these teams, as Johnny here does have that power clam at the ready, looking for an opportunity to head into the opponent's space and slam that in. Ink armor and 10 MSLs and another set of 10 is going to give Johnny the opportunity. Does get the splat onto Lychee, and they're trying to find that opportunity. There we go. And with 3 players down, that is a great opportunity for Bastion. They do get that. No, they don't get the power clam in as they unlock. Miss. I think they were just out of range for that one, as Lychee then punishes that sloshing machine for being and staying there, and that's a really, really great defense. That could have been absolutely horrible, as the Bastions were 3 players down at the start of that push.
It would have gotten the push down to 57, which is just a really good push. Getting under 60 in general is a huge push. I think the K-Machine actually ran out of ink there, which is why he just stood there. I'm not entirely sure, but right now what's happening is that the K-Machine and the Bamboo are trying to just defend this right side before anything can happen, and 2 is already down on Team B. So now they just popped out. Team A is just popping armor, and they're going to just rush in. Johnny's trying to assist his teammate. Oh, he's trying to go for the fall off too. The brush goes down. I think that was Fosh that went down. The bomber is just coming out. There's so much happening. just this little area, DJ. It's insane.
It really is. That suction bomb rush was a great play, just pushing out the Ambience from making a push. But here comes Johnny getting that splat onto Slim, sorry, and trying to find some more picks. Doesn't have the high ground there, and does get by the Neo Splash-O-Matic there. X-Grid does have some clams, but is not going to be enough. But Lychee there does actually have enough, and they're getting another power clam into it. That lead all the way down to 39. Slim over there finds some more clams that have been spawned there, just keeping that basket open, dancing around the opponents, and that basket is just going to stay open. And with Foch the only one left alive, that is a great push going on, and they're going to be able to get any more picks, any more splats, and it does not seem, but 27 is a great push from the Bastions there.
I don't even know what happened. I like blinked for a second, and next thing you know, it went from, I think it was 127. It was just really, it was just surprising just seeing how fast they were able to just get it that low. And Foch was in their base, I'm pretty sure, just trying to just distract, not even trying to get picks. He was just trying to distract them as his teammates were scoring. But Johnny has this power clam now, and he's just painting around. I think they already popped armor, which is unfortunate. They couldn't really get a push, but the Bamboos knows that someone's on the left. They're just holding mid right now, hoping that something can happen if they can able to get a pick or something. And I think Foch is going for another flank. And
is that flank push? They chuck the clans, but unfortunately they do get taken out by Johnny and their supportive teammate. And here we go, they have 27 points to score in. There we go, there goes that power clam. Are they going to be able to find any more clams? And Splashdown coming in, that is going to disperse their power clams, clans all over the field. But with only one person left alive, that being Johnny, that is going to be the end to that push, and that is not enough to take lead as we head into the final minute of game 2.
I don't know what happened. I think the splashdown also got rid of all the bombs, but after the splashdown, they all just jumped down and took out the K machine. It was a great coordination by Team B. Right now, Foch is just going insane with this rush. He's running around. Like, you can tell that Team A is just struggling with this rush. And then Foch goes down from the end zap from Johnny, of course.
Yeah, that Bamboo just doing that 99 damage there, and Johnny just picking up that final one there. 10 missiles and income coming out from the Ambience. They're looking to make another push in this final 15 seconds of this match, and they're just trying to get those clams, get that clam going. They do have a pity clam at the ready, that as well. They have 11 points on the board. They're going to need to score quite a few points if they're going to want to take a lead, because they've also got that 11-point penalty as well. And now heading into overtime. Bastion trying to find some defense, and Yellowfish heading in, and there's going to be one clam. There's going to be two, but one player left alive, and there's some clams just going to go in from the side, and the Ambience is going to take game 2 in overtime and sending the score to 2-0.
That game was very back and forth. You see Foch going in their base distracting as his teammates comes in, or as his or her teammates comes in, just throwing clams in as many as they can, and they ended up getting the lead, a huge lead actually. And while Team A just kept getting small pushes, and it ended up just letting them take the lead in overtime.
It really was it didn't look like they had much opportunity, having that such a vast difference in points. But they got that one power clam in, they got the second power clam in, and then they got the few clams just sitting on the side and just going beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. And that was the lead and the game. Great plays there from both teams, definitely having a very back and forth match. But now we're gonna see Mako, Mart, Splat Zones, and that little plus shaped zone.
The plus shape zone is, or the plus shape zone, there you go, is very interesting. I'm pretty sure you can paint like one half of the plus and still get zone, or at least hold it. So it's a bit interesting when it comes to like what comps and weapons. And plus, Mako Mart is a fairly good map for like just all weapons. Your shooters, blasters, chargers. If we see an E-leader, that's going to be interesting. Yes. And then like Sloshers is another one. it just fits all.
Try
It just
Slosher,
fits
try
most of
Slosher, try Slosher.
biased, I see.
No, not at all. What are you talking about?
All right, we're hopping into this game though. What do you? So you're expecting to try, and I'm expecting the E leader. Let's see what we get.
Yeah, let's see what these two teams do bring out. And well, there's the E-leader. Oh, but no. But very interesting that they're bringing out 2 K-shots there. That's going to give them a lot of missiles. And I believe that Flinger Roller has missiles as well. Is that a triple missile comp?
Triple missile comp with 1 armor, DJ. It's going to be very hectic.
It really is. And Johnny takes out 1 player, but Slim takes down Johnny. And that goes, there's the first 2.
There comes one
from
of many
the Bastions. And here we go, Lychee just pushing up, trying to find the splats. Are they able to get, they do get the 1 splat onto Yellowfish there. And the Hero Blaster Roller splats them in return. 2v2 on the battlefield right now. Bastions do have control of the zone, but that zone is going to go into neutral. X-Squid shoots out that armor, and are they going to be able to cap the zone and take the lead? Only 1 point difference at the moment. And there we go. There's the lead, and there's the switch. Another set of 10 missiles coming out from the Bastions as they also push up and push further. So we go, Slim making that box jump there, but does get taken out by Yellowfish's blast. Sorry, Yellowfish's ends up there as getting some points, trying to find that zone, trying to send it into neutral. Suction Bomb Rush, get ahead into that zone, as well as an Inkstorm, get to send that zone into neutral and into their favor now, as they're looking to get a lead switch of their own. Ink Armor and 10 missiles coming out from Ambience as well. Just trying to find the picks, and there's those more missiles.
It's so hard for trying to just get back in when you know the other team can just farm for missiles constantly, and just it's really showing because they're getting the zone, but then once Team B just pops all 3 missiles, they get it right back. So it's like it's just gonna be a huge back and forth, and they do end up getting one of the K shots, but the Flinger does have missiles. I'm pretty sure they're gonna use it soon unless they get taken out. Oh no, but the ends up gets taken out. There goes their armor.
Indeed, and there we go. Now we're seeing that the ambitious Ambience do have control of the zone. They're looking to take the lead right now, and with the players just pushed back. But here comes out some 10 missiles, but Slim gets taken out by the blaster, and Yellowfish getting that suction bomb launcher at the ready, and just gonna fire that off, send the opponents away. And with 2 players down on the side of the Bastions, it's looking very promising for the Ambience to take the lead. And there we go, that's a lead switch, but with 3 players down on the side of Ambience, Slim taking out that player. That is going to be a lead switch once again to the Bast. So not a lead switch, a zone switch to Bastion right now, as they need to clear their penalty. But once that penalty is cleared, it's not a very long time until they take the lead.
You're definitely right. It is not long. All you need is 3 seconds. And speaking of 3 seconds, it looks like it's about to change right now. The lead. Oh, but the blaster gets 2. They do get the lead though, but he gets 2 picks from that splashdown and then from the shot. This should give Team A a lot more leeway. Although the missiles are coming in, and once again they have 3. So this is going to be very annoying to deal with. But this bomb rush from, I believe that's Yellowfish, is going to come out, and it's going to be dealing with them a lot. They won't. I don't think they'll be able to push in with the bomb rush. There's 2 coming up from the right side. From Red Stack, it's Bastion, I think one of the K-shots. They do get the lead, but once again it gets swapped. It's just back and forth, DJ. It's just going back and forth with these missiles and these bomb rushes.
It really is. The Bastions did a great play with using those triple set of missiles there, and hit Fosh or another set at the ready, firing them at that lone player over there, and that zone is going to go into neutral. Both teams just eyeing off, saying, I want the zone, give it to me. Fosh narrowly avoiding those shots from the E-leader, but are they able to get some splats onto the blaster, using that Flings' range to get a bit of damage? And there we go, the fall off onto R. There we go, Fosh does get that, and that is going to be a lead switch once again, and with 2 players down on Ambience, the Bastions a bit of an opportunity to further their lead even further, getting past 20. And here we go, Johnny does have that armor at the ready. They're popping off, but their player does go down. That E-leader down, 10 points remaining. Johnny trying to find some splats. Are they able to? Better trade is not going to be it. That is going to be game 3 going to Bastions, setting the score to 2-1 again.
That game was so back and forth, especially with the missiles. I think once Team A just got, once Team B finally got the hold of just staying back and then got the double pick after they just took out the penalty, then it was like a swap and everything started going perfectly for them because they were getting picks right after too, as you can see. And Johnny got the I think it was Fosh that was the roller, so Fosh got the trade on Johnny, and so everybody just got down. I believe it was just a blaster left on Team A, which was unfortunate, and that's what ended up making them lose the game, sadly.
Definitely. Now, another great set, another 2-1 score, and this is why we have Swiss, because every point matters. Even though they won the first 2 games, that 1 point, the Bastion is going to give them some points on the leaderboard. We'll give you a quick update on the leaderboard after this break that we're gonna have. We're gonna head into round 3. Teams are just about ready, and we'll dive into that match very soon. But don't go anywhere. You're watching It's Dangerous to Go Alone, season 32. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to It's Dangerous to Go Alone, Season 32. I am DJM98, and joining me on this very dark morning, because it's still dark for me, is Vanilla. Hello, hello.
Hello, it's the sun's setting down, so you're taking my sun away, but it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm stealing it.
No, my son. All right, anyways, last games were amazing. This one, I'm expecting even more. Maybe a bit too much. You're still hoping for your tri-slosher, I'm pretty sure.
Try.
You're biased. You're biased.
No bias whatsoever.
Nah. I'm not biased to 10 either. Don't worry. No bias you have.
No bias from either of us here. Let's just have a quick look at what the maps we'll be seeing in this round will be. So first up, we'll be seeing Black Belly Skate Park, Rainmaker, and next one, Moray Towers, Tower Control. All love. I know you all love that stage. And then finally, the Reef Clan Blitz. But let's have a little bit of a discussion about Black Belly Skate Park on Rainmaker. What do you think we'll see out of this match?
You're probably gonna see, the weapon that you're biased to. We're probably gonna see a lot of sloshes, pretty much. I do think we're gonna see a Jet Scorcher though, or just any Stingray weapon, because Stingray here is just you can see the Rainmaker anywhere in the map if you're just far back enough. So you could possibly just use the Stingray and easily take it out.
Yeah, you definitely could. Like, Black Belly has that advantage. Obviously to note about Rainmaker is that because the Rainmaker pedestal, the Rainmaker is it's such a powerful weapon. It is absolutely obliterated the center podium. It's just that powerful. That's what the Rainmaker does, right? It destroys literal buildings, or at least it feels like that sometimes. But Black Belly Skate Park Rainmaker will definitely be very interesting. It's got a lot of slopes, a lot of routes. You've got 3 routes you can take to the Rainmaker, and 3 is generally about the maximum amount of routes you generally see on stages like these. So it'll be very interesting once we dive into this match. We have seen Cybernetic and Catharsis before, but we have not seen the dangerous Dilution yet. Let's see what this map mode will bring us. Black Belly Skate Park, Rainmaker. Let's see what these teams bring to the skate park.
Oh, the carbon roller faces the carbon. Is that a Hydra? Okay, we got some interesting picks.
We definitely do. That Hydra is going to provide so much range, but the Jet Scorcher is also going to bring a lot of range as well. Both teams heading straight for the Rainmaker now. God of Dre looking to get some picks, get some Rainmaker, but are they able to get some picks as well? Just sending their NZAP splats over there, as Dangerous Dilution does have that armor at the side, and Zoe is going to get that splat, and they're going to look for some more, and there we go, gets the splat onto face, as Joe takes the Rainmaker over to the side here, and trying to find some picks, trying to find some splats, trying to get some points. Are they able to? They got it all the way to 95. But here comes that Stingray. Is that Stingray gonna land? Stingray doing maximum damage.
So much happened in that first 30 seconds. Zoe just ran in, got two, I think it was 2 picks, grabbed Rainmaker, instantly took it left, then Stingray came out, and then I think someone jumped in, jumped in and tried to take out the Rainmaker, I think it was the NZAP, if I'm not mistaken, but just so much happened in that one moment, in the matter of 30 seconds. This is what I love about when you don't know what to expect. Anything could happen.
Anything can happen, anything will happen. And we're seeing Joe there with the flank onto Dre. It does get that splattered, and Yagi is going to be stuck between chaos and more chaos there as they get pincered in from both sides there. That is not a position you want to be in with the Rainmaker, as armor comes out from Joe and trying to find some picks. Are they able to get some picks? That ink armor is going to go into shambles from that suction bomb there, as they get 10 missile launched, and Stingray as well. Is that Stingray gonna find its mark? Is it not gonna do enough damage? Unfortunately, as Joe here looking to find some picks, sees a player. Are they able to get the picks? But no, yes and no, as they try
And with only three players down, the only one being the Rainmaker left alive, that is going to be the end of that push for the dangerous Dilution.
I think it was the Hydra picking it up, and it was just so much. It was just, I think it was the bomb. It was the bomb rush. And was, oh, that's tricky suction bomb. Xiao is just, Xiao is so far. He's popping off. He's doing absolutely amazing. He's aggressive. He pops the armors, perfect timing, like that, and then like it's just they're getting such good pushes. The only thing that's stopping them is this Carbon and the Stingray that is just coming in from every angle, pretty much. As I speak of the Carbon, that sadly does go down. And EST over here is trying to just get up on Snipe and see if he can allow pressure with those bombs and those missiles when he does get them, obviously. But it does look like that Team C is just taking it to mid and seeing if they can get a push either on the right side or just try to hold it in mid and see what they can do. It does look like the Carbon is pushing up though, and it's gonna, I believe, take a. Oh no, it does. It gets taken out by the K-shot. I thought it was going to take out the K-shot.
No, they managed to stop themselves. And there we go. Is that going to be a lead switch? Yes, it is. Joe getting caught out in the skate park there, but does splat God of Dre there. And looking to get some more splats. But that Carbon, although they're the only one left alive, you don't want to leave a splat onto the end zap.
Carbon was just like holding it and was end up getting the pick, but it was, I was surprised he got it. It looked like he got it like behind a wall. Maybe it was fall off. I'm not entirely sure, but it was just, it looked really nice. Does he get this, and he gets the pick on the splash. These picks from the Carbon are becoming huge at the moment for Team C.
It really is, and we're seeing that both the Jet Scorcher with 12 KA there, as well as they ends up getting with the 11 KA, are doing absolute damage. But Yagi coming up there, setting that Rainmaker all the way to 33. What a great push there, and with 2 players left to arrive on the Catharsis, that might be the end of that push. Ozman does have that armor at the ready, does fire it off, and that Carbon just doing Carbon things there. Ozman does get that splat onto the end zap there, and the Carbon goes down as well, but the Jet Squelcher does damage from afar, taking down that Hydra and just providing some jump opportunities for the rest of their team.
The Hydra was getting very up close and personal with that Rainmaker, and now he's just staying back. But I'm noticing that like Team C is just getting very aggressive all of a sudden. Like the Carbon is getting aggressive. The Jet Scorcher even got aggressive and had to push up and got the Hydra out, and then backed up. And now the Stingray is coming out. Is this going to be the end? Will he find his target?
Is it gonna be the GG raid? But no, but the Carbon comes out from behind and splats the rain. Game 1 going towards the Cybernetic Catharsis. And yeah, that was a real, as we've seen from every game this tournament, a real back and forth. Yeah, and you're seeing that KA rate is like, it's very similar. Like probably 1 or 2 splats different, maybe 3. Like that's really close. For a free agent tournament, that's really close.
Definitely. The game was just so close. It kept going back and forth. Then Team C started getting more points, and then Team D was coming up and was about to get points, and then I don't know exactly what happened. I didn't see it because I believe we was focused on EST, but then it ends up getting shut down, and then it was just balanced. It was very balanced and started going up and down. But it was a fun match nonetheless, obviously.
Now we have Moray Towers, something you all love with your heart's content. Moray Towers, tower control. It's even like the mode that a lot of you even love even more on Moray Towers. Like it's the perfect map mode combination. Isn't that right, Vanilla?
I totally love this mode. You know, as a 10 Umbrella main, this mode is not that bad. All you have to do is throw the shield up, and hopefully you just don't get hit by every angle in the game. But it's
hopefully. No promises.
Hopefully. And you know, the triple charger meta could be off, especially when it's tower control in the tower. The checkpoints are very long since there's only 2, so you know that Stingray magnet, it's gonna be pretty bad.
Yes, that Stingray is going to do maximum damage there. And these teams are going to really need to consider what weapons are we going to bring to Moray Towers. What weapons is going to benefit from that fall off.
what weapons are going to benefit from that range, what weapons are going to benefit from that overlook. Like, Moray Towers has such a different way of playing to pretty much every map of the game. That's why a lot of people dislike it, but it really makes you think on your strategy. Like you can't necessarily bring in your main weapon to this stage because of how different it plays and how high those ledges are. Like, you got to go this way, you got to go that way. It is such a different stage to every other stage in this game. And you really got to consider what strategy are we going to going into this. And also tower control, you can't just take it and slam it like you can in Rainmaker or Clan Blitz. Moray Towers tower control, you do have that extremely long checkpoints, those choke points, as some of you may call it. And we're gonna have to see, like, what are these teams going to do on such a feared map mode combination. Let's dive into round 3, game 2. Talgachays, Moray Towers, Cybernetic Crystals in green, and the dangerous Dilution in orange.
Is that a foil squeezer or is that a normal squeezer? Last time I saw a normal squeezer was like years. And it looks like it's a foil squeezer, sadly, though. But look what we got. We got a Tri-Slosher.
Try.
So far we have a Gold Dynamo, a Jet Squelcher, a Foil Squeezer, and a K-Shot coming in from Team D. And then we have a Tri-Slosher, a Carbon, a K-Gal, and a Jet Squelcher. That's a normal jet. That's not a Stingray one. So as the missiles and Toxic Mist coming out from Team C. Now, I noticed that the huge range difference from both teams. Team C has a Carbon and a Tri. Very short, but very chip damage based.
Yes.
And then Team D has Squeezer, Dynamo, and Jet Squelcher, or as I like to call Stingray. But it's going to be very interesting how they both play this out, seeing how aggressive Team C can get or how passive Team D can get. So this match is going to be very interesting, and the Tri-Slosher is already pushing up.
Yes, both the Dynamo and the Tri-Slosher are going to be really good at defending at those checkpoints there. And we're seeing Osman narrowly avoiding their life there as Cybernetic Crystals do take the tower and heading for that first checkpoint. And that auto bomb rush also coming out from the Catharsis there as an armor comes out from the Dilution, looking to defend against that 20-point checkpoint there. And it does look like they're able to stop it. But Cybernetic Catharsis do take the lead at a nice 69 points there, as Zhou with that Squelch up looking for some picks, looking to get some splats. And there we go, Yagi does go down, but the Catharsis still have control of the tower. But with 3 players down, I don't think they're going to have control of the tower for much longer.
Definitely not. As you can see, Team D is coming in for their first push, it looks like. EST is just going to try to take cover of their snipe, but the Tri says no and instantly just sloshes them away like a fly swatter, as I like to say at least.
The Tri-Slosher can definitely do that, but does get taken out. Gold Dynamo roller there, and an Ink Armor is also ready from Osman as some missiles come out from the side of the Catharsis and a bubble blower in return from the dangerous Dilution. But the Gold Dynamo takes that one, but the Carbon takes them back. Roller v roller there, as the Carbon just trying to find some splats, as the Catharsis do have control of the tower and looking to make a bit of a push here, but does get taken out from EST's splatter shot from behind, as Catharsis head into that first checkpoint looking to clear it, but they're gonna need to make some space if they're gonna want it, as they take down one player, but it is not going to be enough to clear the checkpoint. And with 2 players left alive, that is going to be push, and no one has taken that first checkpoint yet. That first checkpoint is by far an extremely difficult checkpoint to clear, as a massive 20 points.
So far, it looks like that Team C is just trying to use the railings as much as they can. It gives them so much space just to go around the map, to be honest, because you got control of that whole plat area and snipe area too. So I don't blame that they're trying to use it. Look at them. They look at the Carbon. He's just rolling up here. The player does jump out, but still he's now under snipe, just holding this area.
Yeah, and there we go. Gets one splat onto Shigu, and the other player gets another. a triple coming up from both the roller and another player on the team. That is going to be a push that is going to give them the opportunity to hopefully take that checkpoint. And a Stingray coming out onto the tower is going to get everyone off the tower. Are they going to be able to clear that checkpoint? Stingray and manages to get one player, but is not going to be enough to get another. And there we go. That first checkpoint is finally cleared with only a minute left. This is looking absolutely dangerous, in a dangerous position for the dangerous Dilution here, as that they're going to need to clear that first checkpoint in return if they're going to want to get a push going.
Everybody, I think Team C is just trying to jump in on tower like how they did last time, but the Dynamo is saying no, especially with that fall-off damage. It's not going to be able to get tower back, and EST is once again just going to try to go for the snipe area and see if they can get any picks. I think they're going to try to farm for missiles. If not, the try actually takes them out. And now, see, they're just using the railing. They're just going around. Look at him. He's just around the railing, and he's throwing burst bombs and backing up as much as he can. He's being so aggressive, and with their comp, they're doing perfect with it.
They really are. Dre has that armor at the ready, does manage to get it off and trying to find some picks, but they are a little bit outranged. They're trying to find off a Dynamo and a Jet Scorcher that doesn't have that much range as people tend to believe it. But there we go. That is going to be game as the Cybernetic Catharsis do hop onto that tower and end game 2 in their favor.
That game was really interesting to see just because of how the comps were just made in general. You can clearly see the Try and the Carbon was working together to just get a really good solid push-up. But then the Dynamo and like Stingray coming in would just stop them completely so they wouldn't KO, but they still ended up getting the lead. So it was very balanced, and it was very, how would you say? I can't get the word on my top of my head right now.
Good?
More of like very balanced and very tricky. There we go. Very
tricky, okay, yeah.
For them to just trying to go it around, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely a really well played match out there. And no matter how many splats that a player got, you still had that special support. Like, specials can do a lot of damage no matter if they, doesn't matter if they get the splats. Specials can really push out an opponent and just like move them away and say, hey, this is my bit of turf now. Take it. I want it. It's mine. It's mine. It's mine. But really well plays out from Moray on Moray Towers. Their tower control. Cybernetic Catharsis do take both game 1 and game 2, but because it's a play all 3 set, we're moving on to the Reef. Clan Blitz, a classic map on a not so classic mode. What do you think we're seeing here?
This map, I either love it or hate it. It just...
You have a love-hate relationship with it.
I have a lot of love-hate relationships with maps. It's more dependent of how long... Oh, we're jumping straight in. I was going to say it's more dependent on how long you can keep that bridge, but looks like we're going to just jump straight into this match.
Yeah, that bridge is definitely a critical point on this map. The Reef Clan Blitz, let's dive into this game. Cybernetic Catharsis in orange and the Dangerous Dilution in purple. On the side of Catharsis, we've got a heavy Splattershot Pro, NZAP, and a Carbon. On the Dilutions, we have a Squeezer, NZAP, and Roller.
Looks like they're sticking with the Squeezer, since it did work out last match, to be honest. But then the Roller was very unexpected. And once again, though, we have the remix coming out from Team C, and I did say I wanted to see it again, and here it is.
Yeah, that remix is going to come out and do some Booyah Bomb damage onto the enemy team. And Dre does get caught out by the Squeezer there. And we're seeing they do have 12 Clams at the ready, as well as a Bubbles at the ready. And Bubbles are really good on Clan Blitz. Gives you a bit of defensive opportunity. And now with 18 Clams at the ready, 19 Clams, it's looking like Dangerous Dilution is looking to make a push, an early push into this game with Bubble Bowler and 10 missiles coming out. They're just looking like they want to get that push started. They want to get those clams in. And then there we go. There is the clam going in. Is it going to go in? It does miss. And the splashdown. But ESC comes out from behind. Gets it in. Gets the first push in. And we're taking down 3 players. They're going to get quite a few clams in there. Getting 6. But God of Dre there making work, taking down 2 players on the team, and they're gonna force them out. Osman trying to find it, does get a claim and gets a second claim and gets a third claim and getting that way down to 44. Both players pushed out all the way to their own basket, their own base. That is going to be the end of that push for the Dangerous Dilution, but 44 is an extremely good first push, and if you're the Dilutions right now, you're extremely happy with that push.
I don't even know what I saw when they when the roller tried to throw in the clam. I think I saw missiles, a booyah bomb, and a splashdown all combined. My life flashed before my eyes, and I'm not even in the game, DJ. It was just crazy. But it does look like that everybody's just trying to challenge for bridge. But I think it was the carbon. It does get that end step out of there, and they do have bubbles and they're booyah bombing. Oh, but the splashdown comes down. I think he's just trying to take out the booyah, but he does go down, and so does the squeezer. This should be a push starting for Team C coming in any second now. As you can see, they're passing in clams, and they do score. But can they stay alive and get the clams and the lead?
It is looking very good. They're using those specials very effectively, getting a lot of clams in, but with 2 players down, that might not be enough clams in to get a lead. It's a good push. 56 is a good push, but it's not good enough to take the lead, as Shiga here gets the splat with that squeezer onto God of Dre there, and has the bubble blower at the ready to use. And are they gonna pick up the pity? They're eyeing it off, but like, they're gonna say that for another rainy day, as Joe here looking to find some splats, looking to find an opportunity, and they get the dunk in. There we go. They open up the basket for their teammates, and some jumps in there, gets the pity clam in, and then gets a few more clams in as well, getting them all the way down to 17. But EST there behind the basket. Oh, they're gonna love that clam spot there, and they're gonna need just 2 more clams, and that's gonna be the game. Osman comes trying to go off to the side, but does not get it in. Cybernetic Catharsis is doing some great defense work there, managing to push all of the Dangerous Dilutions away from their basket, and that is going to be the end of that push, getting it all the way down to 5, which is a extremely good position for the Dilutions to be in right now.
EST loved that spawn clam. It was right next to him, and he was next to basket as well. That could have not been more perfect timing. And then, but sadly he gets picked off, and then the roller just tries to come in and just takes him out and tries to jump in. But I think it was their end step that took it out. Right now they're just, I think it's the Forge and the Remix that's holding it, right? The power clams right now. But the carbon does go down, so they do probably have to slow this down. They're gonna try to stall bridge with that booyah, if I'm not mistaken. And then Jason is just holding this right side. But it does look like that they're all trying to team up on it, and he is pincered, and there he goes. All 4 of them coming in, taking them out. The squeezer is now just going to try to pick up clams and hold his bridge up, I believe. He does have bubbles, and they do have a splashdown to make even more of a mess just in case. And the carbon goes down once they do pick up the carbon, and there should be a push coming in right now. Yep, here comes the bubbles. Are they going to get the score? And they do.
Gets the dunk, and they just need 1 more power clam. Joe comes up, and is that going to be a dunk? That is a dunk coming in from the Dangerous Dilution, ending that game even before it touches overtime. And that is game 3 going to Dangerous Dilution, ending this set into a 2-1 position.
Once again, these 2-1s, they're gonna matter. I can't wait until they do matter, because these just solo wins just mean a lot. They do really mean a lot when it comes to, are you going to make it to the top, or are you going to drop, or is it a tie, or is it tiebreaker? There's just something that's going to be there that's going to change the whole thing.
It really is, and it's anyone's game still. Like, we've still got another round left for people to pick up some points and head into the next round, head into the top cut. But yes, the Cybernetic Catharsis do take round 3, and we'll be heading into a quick break before we get set up for round 4, the final round of the preliminaries. But before we head into that, everyone, don't forget that we're running a donation event right now as well, supporting those who might be financially troubled, might be like physically troubled with all the abortion rights issues that's having in America right now. If you want to donate to the cause right now, just head to otd.inc/donate to get that sorted. We greatly appreciate any donation that you guys would consider making to that. But until we see you again in just a few minutes, you're watching It's Dangerous to Go Alone, Season 32. Hello everyone and welcome back to It's Dangerous to Go Alone Season 32. I am DJam98 and here, somewhere in the world, not necessarily here, is Vanilla. Hello, hello.
Hello, I am back again. Not next year. What is this? Is there gonna be It's Dangerous to Go Alone land somehow? That will be interesting. But no, anyway.
That'd be very interesting.
But anyways, last game so far is crazy. There was a lot of back and forth. Once again, it was a 2-1, which means it was anyone's game, literally. So it was just who can do more than the other, pretty much. But it was really good rounds, pretty much.
Yeah, it was. And before we head into this next game, I'll give you a quick reading of the current standings. Currently in first, we have Egg with 16 points, Ambitious Ambience with 12 points sitting in second place. First, Fortune with 11 points sitting in third place. In fourth place, the Cybernetic Crystals on 7 points. In fifth, we have Bloodright Bastion with 6 points. And in sixth place, we have Dangerous Dilution with 2 points. And all these points are mattering. Like, it's literally a 1 point difference between fourth and fifth, and the top four teams will be moving on to the top cut. But in this match, we're going to see Egg, which a team we've already seen before, versus First Fortune. What do you know any of these players, Vanilla?
I do. Peter, like I said before, I have seen before. I don't know him personally, but Pigment from First Fortune is the person I know. I personally know him. We do league. He is a sub for my team, but just in general, he's an amazing player. He's very quiet, although he does do his job. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he plays support and Slayer. So I'll try not to be biased, but like it's a person that's really close to me. So like I can't really say much.
It does definitely influence your thinking. But let's take a look at what map modes we'll be seeing in this set. Or not, we'll just see what map mode will be for round one, which will be Piranha Pit Splat Zones. We'll have Egg in map. Blue. And First Fortune. There's the Tenorella First Fortune in green. Let's get this first match of round 4 underway.
Got a Tenorella, we got a Dark Tetra, we got a Sorella tent, so the curling bombs are back. We have a Dark Tetra, we have a permanent Ink Rush, and then a T-Tech. And as you can already see, Pigment is going in. He is ready, he wants those picks, he wants the early splats on these teammates. He already has that Inkjet, and he already wasted it on that person that just jumped. Is he able to get the pick on the Tetra? He does not. Is that Express? That is Express. Oh, he's changed his name to Egg Express now.
Egg Express. They're serious about going Egg. And there we go. There gets 1 splat, gets 2 splat. That's 3 players down on First Fortune. And that is looking good for them, as Express also has that splashdown at the ready to use at a moment's notice. They do take the lead there, but gets caught out by the suction.
The fast tunnel vision right there, DJ. Oh, the inkjet battle. Oh, but it sadly ends in 2 seconds. It's fine. They do have this hammer and this inkjet coming in, though. Will he be able to use the hammer, or will he use it at all? He might just be holding it, since they do have a lot of control. But the curling bomb rush is coming out. Is he gonna deal with this 10? Oh, and he got one. He almost got the double there. But Egg Express is just saying, no, we are taking you out. And the heavy splatling is just saying, no, this is our zone now. So now they cap zone, and it gives them like pretty large penalty. Oh, but they're neutralized it right away. This is just going on and off for both teams. They're either getting neutralized in zone or just taking it for a split second. There is no person that's just capitalizing zone completely, DJ.
It really is. Like, both teams are having quite of an even split of splats right now. But as I say that, Egg does go down 3-0, and their last member jumping back to spawn just to give them a little bit of time to respawn, keep that special. The 3Vs does get that splash onto the Express, as the zone does go into neutral, just clearing that penalty. Not really getting many points after that, but are they going to get to the zone? Peter does go down, and they maintain control over the zone, getting more points, and they're trying to look for a lead switch.
Bomb rush.
One player down on both sides. Some missiles coming out there from Pizza and getting some splats. There's the splat onto Express, and with 2 players down on First Fortune and a lead switch, they're looking to further on that lead, and there we go. They do capitalize that zone, but as they do that, goes into neutral, and is that going to be a zone flip? It is a zone flip for just a millisecond, but a millisecond is give them a 30-point penalty.
It looks like it looks like Pigman was trying to run, but Egg Express said, no, get over here, and dodged right into him, able to take him out. Peter is going to use his inkjet, seeing if he can get a pick. They do get a pick on the Splatling, and they do see him whistling, but he's just going to ignore him and go for this. I think that was the Octo shot there. And sadly, it doesn't get any value, but it's just a pressure. And speaking of the inkjets, here comes the other one right now. The Octo Brush goes down though, and Peter is just trying to hold these zones, seeing what he can do. They do get lead off of it. I just noticed actually. I think that was the Octo shot. The Octo shot goes down, and it looks like that the Flings the Roller and the Remix is coming in from the left side. I'm losing my words right now. Remix doesn't get a trade on the Tetradualies. The hammer comes out though, and he find a pick, and he doesn't. The permanent brush does take him out, but they do neutralize zone, and they're just trying to get these picks, and the Tenebrella and Peter is just holding the zone. They're doing perfect about this.
They're really putting an absolute dominance, but Peter gets taken out by that Flingser roll, but that Flingser roll isn't going to be enough as the Octo. Game 1 of round. Egg, that is.
That game was back and forth in the middle, and then once Egg got their foot in, it was over. The Egg Express just kept going in and getting picks. Look at that 15 KA, and just insanity. And the Brush also got a 10 KA. So I'm surprised these weapons are just working for them, and I don't know what it is. It's just doing so good.
It really is. Piranha Blitz Bastions does go in the favor of Egg. But next up, we'll be seeing Sturgeon Shipyard Rainmaker. This is quite a popular map for Rainmaker. Why is that, Vanilla?
It's because of how risky it can be. It's more of like risk reward or the safest. It's like the left side you can take. There's 4 ways actually you can take on this side actually with this map, and I actually enjoy that because you can go in the full left, get a lot of points, but it is very risky since it's just a straight line. The only Stingray is gonna obliterate you if you don't hurry up. Then, but then you can take the safest one, which is all the way right, and it's just such a safe path because there's so much free space that you can do, or you can go in the middles where there's the right side there is that block. And then the left side, there's the sponge. And both of them get a lot of free points, but are also a bit risky. So it's it goes from the right side to the left side. It goes from non-risky to extremely risky.
Yeah, it's it's almost like you're betting on the stocks here. What
Yes.
is the most risky choice, or what is going to get me that stable income? What's going to give me those stable points to get us that goal? Get us closer to that goal, get us more points on the board, and maybe even get that KO, that slam dunk on Rainmaker Sturgeon Shipyard. We will see in just a moment what these 2 teams, Egg and First Fortune, will bring into this shipyard. It's really, it's like taking on that risk up. Obviously, that Rainmaker is going to spawn right in the center of the bridge. And obviously, as any Rainmaker, anyone who's played Rainmaker before, you don't want to be too close to that barrier in case you don't get that pop. And you've got, there's so many routes you can take. You've got the risky route, you've got the safe route. It's it's not just a moment of saying at the start, hey, we're just going to take it left. We're just going to take the most risk, and we're just going to send it. But in reality, you got to base it off a split second decision with the rest of your team, because who knows, mate, if the entire team is respawning, taking it left is actually not really the smartest idea, because everyone's going to be respawning, heading back to their base and ready to defend. But let's dive into the second game. Egg in purple and First Fortune in green.
It looks like we got a custom blaster and that brush is back out, the permanent ink brush. It's gonna allow them to get armor as well, but it's just also gonna be a huge nuisance to just the other team since it's just so speedy and fast and you can't really deal with it if you're like a single hitting weapon. But from the other side, we do have a Splatling, an Octoshot, a K Octo Brush, and a Flings the Roller. And as you can see, the Yaga is just jumping back and instantly using Stingray. As you can see, they both have Stingray, by the way, which is really good for this map. So, because of both ways, the inkjet battle though. Oh, he gets taken out. I love inkjet battles. I was gonna say.
And it does look like first Fortune is picking up the Rainmaker first. They were considering going over to Let's Go for the little bit of risk. Then he changed against it, but unfortunately didn't decide quick enough, and they got taken out by Egg. Pigment here trying to find some splats, but does get taken out by the custom blaster there. Inkjet and Inkama combo coming out. Express trying to find some splats. There we go. Gets the splat onto 3Vs. Are they going to be able to find any? But Peter does stop the Rainmaker in its path. Not after they get a lead. Not a big lead, but a lead nonetheless. Express does get that splat onto Pigment. Are they going to get the double? It does not. They might just get into that little bit of an extra range, but that's taken out down by the foil Flings the Roller, and that is gonna continue on their lead. Looks like they're heading up for the risky path. They made that jump, but they do get taken out, and that's gonna be the end to that push. As this Flings the Roller here does have their 10 missiles at the ready, sees where the opponents are, saying, "Hey, I'm gonna fire this on you." As we have Inkjet and 10 missiles coming out from the side of Fortunes.
Egg Express was just getting pick after pick, but then sadly went down. I think it was to the Splatling. And now Fast Fortune is just letting this Rainmaker reset, trying to get control of mid, and I believe they do. And look at the brush, he's up top on their snipe, if I'm not mistaken. They just have to get this pop, and the Roller does go down, sadly. And they do have that, and Egg does have that Stingray. Let's see if the Splatling can do anything. It looks like he just wants to back up, though. They're just trying to just get control, I believe, and just see if they can get a push on one of these angles. It almost gets the pick on the brush. That was very close and very satisfied at the same time. They do see the blaster coming up, though. He's trying to get the pick on top. I think the Octobrush goes down, but 3Vs goes ahead and picks up the Rainmaker, and they're going to try to take it right. But got the Jet Squelcher. I think the Jet Squelcher does get the trade with it. Now they just have to go for pop and see if they can get these picks.
They really do. They're looking forward to get these picks, to get the lead, to get some points onto the board. Pigment here making a bit of a risky jump in, trying to get there. Are they able to defend and get some splats? No, they aren't able to, but Velvet gets taken out by the 10 missiles there. Just that little bit of chip damage did enough to get them splattered. And Gizmo here with that Octobrush trying to find some splats, get some turf on the board, and is giving the opportunity for First Fortune to make yet another push, another attempt at switch. And Gizmo has that stamp at the ready, but they're going to save it for a rainy day. Find when are we going to need to use this? When is it going to have the most effectiveness? Gizmo trying to get that fall off damage on to Velvet, but the trade does occur, and it just splats going everywhere. Express camping out, splash that jump back as Express trying to find that bridge is now down. Does give the opportunity to the egg to get some points on the board. Express finding some players. Not gonna be Inkjet, but like the Inkjets are not gonna target each other. But with only being the Pigment being the last one on the line, does take the Rainmaker. But it does get, Egg is ready still to make some points on the board, getting all the way down to 38. Velvet does pick it up, get some more points on the board, all the way down to 25.
They just kept inching it forward by forward. Pigment ended up getting the pick on that one, but then they re-picked it up, and I think they got like an extra 3 points, and then they got, I don't know if you saw, but when they were hopping in that corner, they also got an extra point, which led them to 25. And now they have Stingray, but the brush doesn't go down. It looks like Express is over here just getting these picks on the Roller and the Octobrush. He's just insane right now. He's going for them. And then he finally goes down. I think that's Pigment that ended up getting him. And now there's 2 down on the side of Egg. They're just gonna try to get. They're gonna just. All they have to do is just defend. Maybe they might find up a Stingray. I'm not entirely sure. But Peter is coming in. Oh, Peter is sweeping them up, though. There goes 1 down.
But no, but the Roller comes up from behind.
It's just Egg. They don't know where he is, though. Oh, he's trying to go for the pick. But no, Pikmin gets him out. Oh, DJ, this is getting really close.
It really is. But the brush goes down, and the Rainmaker is still alive. 3 down on the side of Egg. Is this going to be the opportunity to jump over, take the lead? There we go, heading over on the top bar. 2 players down, and there's the lead switch. First, Fortune takes game 2, setting the score to 1-1.
That game was just insane. I'm surprised. I'm even surprised they brought it back. They just kept getting every pick. It was just amazing. Pikmin with the 20 KA right below with his. The Flings are rolling with 15. I don't know why I try to pronounce his name. Like, and then they just kept getting pick after pick, and it led to them getting the lead.
It did. What an incredible second game, setting the score to 1-1. We're gonna head to next up, Mako Mart Tower Control. Again, like kind of similar to Moray Towers, which we had earlier. This can be really good with a Tri-Slosher. Can also be really good with Dynamos, Splatlings, and a bit of a short-range weapon, as you can get round those corners, get into those splats, and just be a menace, really.
That game, it was just amazing. Just this map is gonna be Tri-Slosher heaven once again, because you are biased once as always.
Yeah. Try.
But yeah, tower control is gonna be interesting. It's like back and forth, I'll say. It's a bit hard. It's a bit hard, but once you get that first checkpoint, I think that everything should be smooth right in there until like the third checkpoint. Then that's when it gets tricky again. It's a bit back and forth, but once again, you just need perfect control, a little bit of synergy, and then you should be fine.
Yeah, like, well, you can almost say that about a lot of maps, really. Like, synergy is the aim of the game, particularly since this is a free agent tournament. These teams have only had 2 days to get to know each other. It's just like, where, like, I like, they don't have much time. They need to get that teamwork coordination, because, like, in such a short time, that is what's going to make or break these teams as we head into game 3. Egg versus First Fortune. Egg in yellow, First Fortune in blue. Let's head into this third game of round 4.
Egg is sticking to what they know, that permanent brush, the dynamo as well. But actually, I think Peter's on that dynamo, which is something new if I'm not mistaken. And speaking of the dynamo, that goes down, and then the K-Shot goes down, but the Splatling does go down. Looks like both teams are just opting with what they know best, with Peter being the only exception with that dynamo, which I don't think we have seen today, but maybe he knows something that we don't, DJ.
Has that little bit of secret intel. Pikmin here going for the just retreating back into their own spawn here, and does have that inkjet, going for another inkjet, does get that splat. And there we go, Pikmin trying to find some more splats here. Booyah Bomb coming out from the side of Egg. Gonna push Pikmin back just a little, and Egg is trying to find some picks, but Pikmin gets the splat, and the dynamo goes down as well, but the ink brush, and they're gonna go down, but 3 players down on Egg. First Fortune, the opportunity they need to push.
Here comes a flank from Egg, but it instantly gets taken down as they got stopped by the checkpoint and had to back up. And I guess they just ran into him. Who is that under that? Is that I think that's Gizmo. Gizmo was right under their plant, just hoping if they can get a pick or something. They do have this armor. I'm not sure if they're gonna pop it soon or not, though. Looks like they're just opting it back up because of the missiles, but it looks like his teammates are just holding mid. There goes the armor. I believe they're gonna start pushing in now as much as they can. The Booyah Bomb comes in though from, I believe that is Peter, and there it goes. There's 3 down, and then make that 4. That's a wipe.
That is a wipe, and that's gonna give First Fortune the fortune they need to clear that first checkpoint. Getting that turf, getting that paint, getting that checkpoint cleared. There we go. They've cleared the first checkpoint, and that is 1 step closer to getting that tower towards the goal here, as Velvet here trying to get some points with that. Just getting those sprinklers out there and looking to get with that
Ink Brush there does get the splat onto Pigment. Are they looking to get some more splats? But with them taking a little bit of damage, they get to wisely back out of that push opportunity right there and trying to find, hey, where's a player I can shark up to? Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. And that Tri-Slosher is not going to care, though, as that Tri-Slosher, you don't need to know where they are. It just does damage from above. And getting some splats there. 10 MSLs coming out from the side of First Egg as they're furthering on their push and just keep on going.
I don't know if you saw the gear of that brush, but that brush has, if I'm not mistaken, 3 mains and a pure, and one of them is a pure of swim speed. I did not think a brush can get more faster than that, but so far it looks like it's working out because he's getting the picks, he's getting the armors out. So it does not matter. It's, as long as it's working for them, then it works out for everybody.
Hey, if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That is true.
And Gizmo here trying to push out, using those burst bombs to pop that armor off Egg. And Gizmo trying to get that splat with the Tri-Slosher against the Dynamo. Both of them full off weapons, just like gonna be, hey, who's gonna get the best? But that Tri-Slosher does jump out as Egg is gonna make their first push. But for the Stingray on the tower is gonna displace Egg off the tower. But they're looking to clear that checkpoint, and there we go. That is the first checkpoint cleared for Egg. And let's go. They're keeping on going. Velvet getting that splat, and there we go. That tower is just going to keep on going. It is down. And only one player left alive. They go down, and there we go. That is the defense coming out from First Fortune.
It looks like Pigment is just jumping in anything and then just trying to get his picks. And if he does, then good. But if not, then his teammates are just right there, right behind him. Like the roller is just there. The Tri-Slosher is there. They're just all right behind them for whenever they need so they can get the trade. Pigment is now just holding this, sharking around. He does get the pick on Express. Oh, that's a huge pick right there. Definitely with the Octo shot. He does see Peter, though. He's trying to go for the fall-up, and he then gets the fall-up. Oh, my God. I was not expecting that at all. He's pushing up right now, right stack. He gets the... They're jumping out. I think that was the brush that jumped out. Now they're just trying to bomb. Now Egg is just trying to bomb First Fortune off. And they're just holding mid. They're not even going for tower. They're just trying to hold their lead because they know they have 30 seconds. So it's going to work out in their favor if they don't do anything. But it looks like they do have that Stingray for defense, and they have both specials. Oh, they have 2 of the most threatening specials to stop a tower, DJ. This could go either way now.
It really can. That 10 MSLs does come out, and with 2 players left alive on the set of Egg, it's going to look pretty good for First Fortune heading into defense mode. And there we go, 3 players down. They find that final player, they get the splat, and then seeing if we can get any more players who might be lurking near the tower. And there we go, that is game 3 going to First Fortune, taking the set 2-1.
That game was amazing. Like, it was just... The whole set was amazing. Pigment would have once again of over almost 20 KA just popping off, and so I believe it was the roller again with near, I think it was 12 or 13. I might be wrong on that, but just First Fortune just kept getting the picks, and it mattered the most when they just had lead, since Egg just couldn't get the push up, and it was just really good. And the set was amazing just because for Egg had that game in the first game in the bag, and then it just swapped all of a sudden.
It really did. Like, what a great retake from First Fortune, getting both of those second games in. But that's gonna be the preliminaries over. In a few minutes, we'll head into the top cut and see which teams are moving on. But don't forget that we're running a donation event right now. If you want to contribute to that, we'd absolutely love it. It's towards the abortion rights decisions that's happening in America right now. If you want to do that, otd.inc/donate will head you to the page. Vanilla, unfortunately, you've got to go now, I hear.
I do indeed. I'm sorry, DJ. I can't believe I'm leaving you again. I'll come back, though.
Oh.
I will. Don't worry. I will come back.
You'll come back. I see.
Yes. Maybe after this morning, but I'll still come back.
You still come back. All right. Where can the people of the internet find you on the socials?
Discord, I go by Yanilla with the instead of a V, it's with a Y. It's confusing. My Twitter is on the board, which is Lucas12. I might change it, depends, but I don't have much social media. I don't really use it much. So if you want to find me, usually my Discord is the best. So Yanilla is what you gotta go with.
That is great to hear. Now we'll be heading into a quick break while we get the top cut set up. Don't go anywhere. You're watching It's Dangerous Go Alone Season 32. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to IDTGA Season 32, the free agent tournament that you all know and love. Hello, everyone. I am still here. I'm DJam98, and joining me alongside here is Gilgar. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. How is everybody today? I messed up a little bit. I need to change the maps before I do this wrong. We have 4 wonderful teams who made it the top cut, and you're going to be seeing 2 of them now. It will be Egg versus Cybernetic Catharsis. Let me pull up their rosters real quick. My apologies.
That's all good. No sweat, no sweat.
Jesus. I know both of these teams have done really, really well in the competition today. I am trying to find where
Oh, don't worry. You get that map list sorted.
Thank you.
In case you guys are wondering, Gilgar, we are running commentating. So Gilgar is running this stream and also commentating, which can be a little bit intense sometimes, which is all good. And then I'm also the head TO and I'm commentating because, again, low on commentators. So
you're definitely a lot better at this than me.
Things have to be sacrificed. So on the side of Egg, one of these is a sub. I'm not sure who got subbed out off the top of my head, but we have Peter, Velveteen, you, and Yaga. And on the side of the Cybernetic Catharsis, we have Yagi, God of Dre, Face, and Jason. These are teams that we've seen both of them already today. I don't believe we've seen either of these teams play against each other on stream, but these 2 teams have played against each other. I don't have the score of how that went on me right now. About Gilgar, do we know what maps we're going to be playing on?
Yes, we do. Let me just go towards that real quick. We have Yahoo World at Clam Blitz, Monte Maria at Splat Zones, Humpback Pump Track on Rainmaker, Sturgeon Shipyard on Tower Control, and lastly, Make a Mark on Clam Blitz once again.
Yes, and unlike the preliminaries, this is a best of 5. This is not play all. We're now in the single elimination top cut. So first to 3 games, I apologize, will take the semi-finals and move on to the grand finals. And yes, Egg and Cybernetic Crystals were in our first round of the preliminaries with score resulting in 2-1. I believe Egg won that one. But we shall see. And I'm just gonna start asking chat, are we allowed to start? Yes, you are allowed to begin your matches. Go.
You are ready. If you are ready to go, you're ready to go.
Battle to the death.
Oh, no.
Not really.
Oh man. I'll be honest with you. When it comes to the technical, I'm not too confident on what's good about Yahoo World or not. I'm here because it looks like what is it, a carnival circus area. I like it personally because it seems fun, like a place you would walk around, take your family around, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I think the most unique thing about Wahoo World Clam Blitz is the retracting bridge, which can make for some very interesting plays if you time it right. Because you see the timers around the map. If you don't know where the timers are, I'm sorry. You need to be playing Splatoon. This game's been out for 5 years now. You should learn where these things are. Let's dive into this game. We have the Cybernetic Catharsis in green and Egg in purple. Let's get this match underway. Gogo, what weapons are we seeing here?
Let's see. We are looking at a Slosher and NZAP. We're looking at some dualies and what's that last one? Is that a nozzle nose on Egg side? And we see the Hydra. We see a Splash Shot Pro. Is that a carbon roller and the Tri Slosher on green on Catharsis? It looks like we're going to an even start. Things are pretty. It's anybody's game at this point. Egg Express painting the middle. We see a bomb go down on. Oh, and Egg Express goes down by Dre, by the Tri-Slosh, no less. Ooh.
Got him, Dre. Definitely taking that first splat there. And with one player down on the side of the Catharsis, it's looking like the Egg are looking to make the first push into their favor. Got a Dre, has 9 clams of the raid. There we go. Gets the final one. There they go. They have. They're looking for any opportunity here. Yaga getting some turf over there. But Egg has 21 points at the ready. Velvet has that power cam. They're looking for an opportunity.
It looks like they're going to try and push.
Backing off.
Oh, they're backing up, yeah.
Backing off, being a little
safe. They have
safe.
the slight advantage. Slight advantage, there's 2 clams to 1, it seems. Velvet's waiting for the perfect time to try and charge in, but it looks like it's a stalemate on both sides.
It absolutely is right now. Yagi has that bubble as which can be used in defense and offense. Then gets the splat onto Velvet, that machine over there. And here we go. Kaze gets the first splat in, and there we go. Gets some extra clams in to boot it up.
And they
so
put
now
in
Catharsis.
Oh, sorry.
Go.
They put in a couple of clams in. Nice start of the lead. They will get the penalty of around 17 clams. Peter going ahead, trying to get the center back as Egg tries to go and grab this lead right back. Peter looks like he might be getting a super clam or not. He goes ahead and has gets 9 coins. He throws out his super, his splat bomb launcher, as this team seems like it's going to go for a push. And as he does, Peter breaks the barrier, allowing Egg to go ahead and score points. They have 10 clams to go for it. That should be able to push for lead, and they do. As you can see, it is 56 to 65. Cybernetic Catharsis.
Oh, they get the power clam in, and that's gonna send that
brings
lead
it down to 36.
Oh, the 36 is a great first push coming out in defense from Egg, but now Cybernetic Catharsis are picking up those clams. They do have a pity clam at their space as well. Yagi has that bubble blower ready as well. They're looking to find some opportunities, but Express takes them down with the nozzle nose as they're looking to get some people, get some splats, get some clams. And here they go, that auto bomb rush coming out from Cybernetic Catharsis as well. Express has 8 clams here. They're looking for any opportunity to make push. Egg has a total of 17 clams, but no power clams. They're looking for any opportunity to break through, get some points on the board, and further extend their lead.
It's looking like Egg is taking control of the center as Velvet comes up to the side to try and help his teammates. Peter with a super clam as he goes down, but he takes Yagi with him. Yaga with a super clam, trying to take that center as much as possible. Can we see he retreats a little bit? That's fair assumption. But he tries to take that center again. His teammates right beside him, it looks like a 2-on-1. Let's see what else we can see. There's 1 clam on each side. There's 21 clams to 16 as Ink Armor goes down on Egg's side. Yaga goes down.
The Carbon being an absolute menace. Kage getting that splat, providing a super jump opportunity, getting him this way, but does get spotted out by the machine. But is that going to be enough? They get taken down, but no!
They're now 4 and 2. Advantage to Egg side as they have a super clam on their side. They could push for this. Express trying to go for the middle, helping out his teammates in the back. It still is anybody's game as there's 23 seconds on the clock. We have no idea what's going to happen.
It really can go anyway right now. And Peter gets splat out by Kage at the behind. Does have a auto bomb rush at the ready. Cybernetic Catharsis do have a power clam, but gets taken out.
Oh my god.
Auto bomb, and not managing to see that, but they have a bubble blower at the ready. Velvet, Yagi there, trying to avoid all kinds of madness that's happening on the... but gets caught out by the sloshing machine there, and it's not looking good at all. Yaga sees, gets some clams in, and that is going to slam dunk game 1. Game 1 going to Egg.
This is already going to a very good start. Both teams played wonderfully in that match. It was just a small, not mistake, but small, change towards the end that completely flipped it. Definitely.
Like, that was extremely, back and forth, Cybernetic Catharsis did have that really good first early push, but then Egg came up from behind, did a tremendous first push, and then slam dunked that power climb at the end to say, hey, you're in overtime? Nope, no overtime anymore. It's our game. My first game. We're one step closer to heading to the grand finals of the power bracket.
Manta Maria. Such an honor to look at that beauty of a boat, I swear. And I'm sorry, it's a wonderful looking boat. Important
it is
thing
a good looking boat.
Important thing to note on this map is the split zones. Instead of having one zone to have to look at and make sure everything is ship shape, no pun intended, you have to look at both sides and make sure both areas are clear. And with only 4 people, you have to use your resources very wisely.
Yeah, you gotta find like, hey, obviously the closest zone is your right zone. But like, hey, sometimes you might go, hey, let's go left. Let's that little ramp that a lot of people use for flanking. Sometimes you can use that to actually go into the left zone and flip that into favor. You gotta decide, hey, obviously you don't necessarily want to go alone, but sometimes you gotta go alone. But as we know, it's always dangerous to go alone. It is dangerous to go alone. Excuse me there. But yeah, it's always got to find like what is the best route I can take where my teammates, do I have any supporting specials? Do I have any offensive specials? Like you got to find like what do I have? What does my team have? Where can I find the opportunities and where can I be most optimal to flipping the zone as we head into game 2, Splat Zones on Manta Maria, Cybernetic Catharsis in green, and Egg in pink.
Okay, let's look at the lineup. We have a small change, it seems. It looks like there's a Charger and NZAP still. What is that black? Gun in the middle.
The K52 gal?
Thank you. As well as okay, it's really small on my screen. Please help out.
It's no problem. Don't worry about it in the slightest. And Express though gets this early splat onto Goof Dre, but gets splatted in return. That zone still in anyone's favor right now. Booyah Bomb does send the zone into neutral, and Egg is looking to get that first zone. There we go. That is the first zone kit into their favor. Stays neutral for a second, but it's still anyone's favor as all players are live on the. Does go into neutral as Peter does get that splat into face, but does get splatted in return from Yuggy's Jet Squad. As Yuggy gets another splat, gets 2 splat. Are they able to make that? With the assist, they certainly are able to. And there we go. They have missiles at the ready.
It's going back and forth as these teams try to gain advantage.
Oh.
As NZAP gets taken down and Catharsis takes the lead, we have a 2-on-1 happening somewhere in the middle as Yaga tries to take down, gain more advantage as well. They could take the lead as they do. Egg is currently up 80 to 84, but it's still anybody's game as Ink Armor is in Yaga's arsenal. It could be popped at any moment just in case. There's 2 Booyah Bombs on the board. So synergized. I like that.
Yeah, very well played with that Booyah Bomb there. Yaga on that railing there trying to find some splats. Egg still has favor over the zone right now, but it does go into neutral. Cybernetic Catharsis looking to get that flip right now. 2 players down on the side of Egg. That is over to the Catharsis, giving Egg a 28-point penalty. And the Catharsis looking to eye that lead, getting that Booyah Bomb off, and trying to find some picks to further their lead even further.
Egg is currently on the clock as they need to go ahead and stop this control in about 5 seconds so they can turn it around. It looks like they might do it. Gives the penalty 24 points as I would call them table flip. I don't know what they're called. I'm sorry. Goes
zone flip.
Zone flip.
I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to reference.
Oh, the individual we're looking at now. They have their. It's the. It looks like the. I don't know what their name is. My apologies.
Kage.
Kage? Okay. Kage takes down Peter. Takes down Velvet. They're in control. They need 20 seconds to go ahead and keep control so they can possibly turn this lead around. It is currently 4-3 advantage to Egg side as Yagi tries to come up. Yagi tries to come up and join the fray with everybody else.
And here they go. They're heading into the zone, trying to find some players. And there we go. That zone currently in neutral. Cybernetic Catharsis are looking to get some picks right now. Booyah Bob and 10 MSLs coming up. Booyah Bob coming out from Egg, and that is going to take down. But the beater goes down.
Oh my
to the
goodness.
Splat Bomb. And there we go. Jason looking to find out. We want this zone. We want it in our favor. Are they going to be able to seize the Julies? They take down the Julies, and there we go. That is the Catharsis gonna further down their penalty, but Jason getting caught out by Express's NSAP there, as we're seeing Kage here looking to get that special, get them charged up, and help out their team when they're ready to go. That Sprinkler is gonna be a little bit of a nuisance there, as they're looking out Egg nearly clearing that penalty, but a Booyah Bomb is ready from Kage. They're gonna fire that straight into the middle of the zones there, and another Booyah Bomb coming out as well from the Cybernetic Catharsis. That's gonna push the opponents away quite a bit, and Catharsis looking to try and flip that zone with all their might, but there's just too much paint coming out from Egg.
Jesus, it's anybody's game at this point. It's 65-51, and anything could flip in a second. As Booyah Bomb goes down on Kage's side to try and take that zone, they are currently in control. They have about 20, so as I say that, they lose control, but they could bring it back. Yagi on the top trying to take care of whatever they see. Let's see. It's looking like we might have a... There it is. What is that called? Oh my god.
Don't sweat about it. And there we go. Is it going to be zone flip? There we go. The zone flips in to Cybernetic Catharsis lead. We've only got 14 seconds left on the timer. Ink Armor and Splashdown coming out from the side of Egg. They're looking to make this a last minute push here. They've got the 5 seconds left on the board. The zone goes into neutral, and is it able to be flipped? No!
They were so close from turning it around.
Flip. Oh no, I think it actually Cybernetic Catharsis did get the zone into their favor right at the very end, and that is going to set the score to 1-1. That means we're going to be seeing a game 4.
Oh man, it's wonderful to see these wonderful players play.
Absolutely. It's just incredible. Oh,
Yo,
yes, it does.
You weren't supposed to see that.
No, you saw. Oh no, you saw my secret weapon. Loading screen.
How will I immerse you guys now?
Now it's time to head back to the pump track. It's Rainmaker time. Humpback pump track. What do you think we're gonna see out of this?
Just most Rainmaker maps have your easy-esque, but very solid path, and then you have the very risky but very rewarding path. You know what I mean? I believe if you go through the straight and narrow, through the middle over to the side, that's one way to do it. But I know there's a small little ledge on the other side where if you go up, you boost in a lot of advantage, and it gives you a lot of points because the goal is like right there. I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct.
I don't think that wedge is actually in Rainmaker.
Is it?
No, it's in Clan Blitz.
Oh no! I might have mistaken.
Control, but not in Rainmaker, I believe, because that would be way too overpowered.
That is.
So you have your main route to the right, which is generally, and that can also be a very quick route. If you can get an early wipe, like you can very easily get a quick cap there. But what's also interesting about Humpback Pump Track is that because you've got that ink rail that heads over to the left side, if you get pushed back real far, it's actually sometimes easier to go the short route, and it's also sometimes a little bit safer too.
Okay.
Which makes Humpback Pump Track like quite an interesting Rainmaker map because you have that opportunity to make a comeback, and you almost have the advantage of that because you have that height, which some weapons can't actually reach.
That being said, what do you think we'll see on this map? I know we've been looking at the staples, which has been the NZAP, the
try. But in all honesty, Humpback Pump Track is a really good weapon for the Tri-Star ship just because you have those ledges. but it's also really good for weapons like the Dynamo, the for any Splatling, for any Charger, because you got those nice little sniper perches, which you can just charge a good a good Splatling or a good Charger. Like there's some really key positions. If you position yourself nicely, then you can really take advantage of whatever you want, whatever type of push or defense you wish to make. But only time will tell of what both Cybernetic, Catharsis, and Egg decide to pull out on to this map mode combination, Humpback, Pumpjack, Rainmaker, and
it's a good thing you said that. Let me just switch it over real quick.
Timing is, am I right?
Impeccable.
Let's dive straight into this game. Game 3, Rainmaker, Humpback, Pumpjack. Let's see what these weapons bring out of this. Chai! Hello, Chai!
Tri-Saucer for the 3rd game. It's just a really good weapon, I swear.
It is, isn't it? But both teams right now are eyeing for the middle, but Egg does get the initial pop and gets the splat, gets 2 splats. Express getting those splats onto the team, and that is a 3 players down on the side of Cybernetic, Catharsis. Express, while the Rainmaker is heading over to the right side, Express coming out to the left side, but gets caught out by Jason's splat bomb there. But the Rainmaker now trying to make a bit of a push over to the left side. Jason getting some splat bombs just to push away that opponent, but does get taken out by the Rainmaker as Velvet just constantly firing up those Rainmaker shots. But there's the K-Gal trying to be a nuisance. Oh, Velvet getting that crucial splat there, just pushing them even further and avoiding those splat bombs.
You would think that they would back up to like for their team, but it's like they're handling, as I say that they lost the Rainmaker, but a huge push by Egg 25. If they can keep that lead, maybe stay somewhere in the middle and try and push them away from the opposition, they pretty much can have this in the bag. As Booyah Bomb goes down on Catharsis' side, it looks like they're going to try and reset the Rainmaker. Express gets splatted as the reset gets... the Rainmaker gets reset. You see tens of missiles on the side by Yagi. Yagi's handling down their own fort. They hit Peter off on Egg. It looks like it is 3-2 advantage to Catharsis right now, as we see Velvet go flanking on the side. They have a splashdown. Okay, we got this. Okay, we're good. They are flanking on the side, trying to find an edge. It's still anybody's game. I've been saying that a lot, but it's pretty much true.
It really is. And here we go, Velvet coming in with the super splashdown.
The super splashdown.
There. Well, that's what I like to call it. When you head into the super jump and then you get the splashdown, there's no other word for it other than a super splashdown. And Express used that suction bomb combo to get that splat using the opponent's ink wall. To do that extra instant pop from the bomb, and Yaga does get that splat onto Yagi, and does have a Stingray at the ready to use at any moment's notice. They're just looking for the picks, looking for the opportunities, looking for the moments they can use and abuse Yagi, and they pop, they destroy that Booyah Bomb armor there, and Yaga still has that suction. That Stingray at the ready. Peter gets that lob over onto Yagi there. And as Egg is trying to find any opportunity to make a push, looks like they're just focusing on being a little bit defensive, not trying to slam dunk that Rainmaker, being in a little bit on defensive. They've got 2 minutes remaining. But here we go, Cybernetic Catharsis does have the Rainmaker now, but is Stingray going to come out, going to put pressure onto that Rainmaker? Is it going to be able to take it? Express gets that splat onto the face and onto the Rainmaker. That is going to stop the Rainmaker right in its tracks.
Egg doing a wonderful job trying to maintain that center, as Catharsis is trying to push as hard as they can, but they keep seeming to get caught in their tracks. As Express on the run as they bring out the Inkjet and Ink Storm to try and push them away from the center so they can finally go ahead and push all of their specials being pushed out to try and give them that little bit of advantage they can get to then push as hard as they can. And they're going to need it as there is 1 minute left in the game.
They really are. The Cybernetic crystals are gonna need to grab that Rainmaker and slam dunk it, but Egg said, no, you're not grabbing that Rainmaker. We are, as they're now making a push right on the right side there. God of Dre trying to get that flank route, but P here just coming up. It's not going to be enough. They don't have the thing painted, and there we go.
Barely.
That is game 3 going to Egg.
That was pretty sneaky based from Egg going across the minute. Anything could have went wrong with that, but he was able to use his what would you call it? Insight, I guess, to sneak around. Sneak around and oh gee.
Yeah, you're letting out more secrets. Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm okay. Sturgis Shipyard Tower Control.
Okay.
Whew.
Okay.
Please tell us about Sturgis Shipyard Tower Control as I set up these teams.
Absolutely. Now, we've seen Sturgeon Shipyard today already, but Tower Control, again, quite a popular map mode combination just because of how balanced it is between both teams. Sturgeon Shipyard has that middle bridge bit in the section, very much a crucial point of this map. And Tower Control, you start off, it starts up going to the right, goes straight, and does a little bit of a beep boop before heading to the goal. Obviously, you got your checkpoints you need to clear. That's just standard Tower Control at this point. But Sturgeon Shipyard Tower Control is very much a well-loved map mode combination in the competitive community, and I'm excited to see what these two teams bring to the stands in this fourth game of the semi-finals.
As we saw in not only these teams' preliminary matches, but in this semifinals as well, you've seen that there's been back and forth entirely. Just like the preliminaries, it's currently 1-2, and we still have. Actually, it looks like we could. We're guaranteed this game 4, and if Catharsis can win this next round, we're looking for a game 5. You love to see it. I'm really excited.
Yeah, it really could be. Like, we've seen both teams can have the momentum to take any game into their favor. Like, all these games have gone for quite long, with the only exception being that Humpback Punch Track, but that probably got, I can't remember the exact time, but that got to around the 4-minute mark there.
Oh yeah, no.
4.5.
It was a couple of key pieces for, I believe it was Egg to go and take the lead for that. Speaking of, we're going to transition into the game. Let me make sure I have things correct.
It does help. Let's see Sturgeon Shipyard, Tower Control, Cybernetic, and Catharsis in orange, and Egg in purple. Let's get this game 4 match underway.
You see a couple of changes. I believe that Egg went a more ranged route with the dually. Please tell me what that
Dually Squelches?
Dually Squelches and the OG Squelcher, as well as a couple of short range options with the Kensa and the Ink Brush. But
Kage narrowly avoiding death there, but unfortunately that narrowly avoiding death isn't going to last them much longer as they get splattered right next to the tower as the Egg looks to clear that first checkpoint. That Stingray going to take down Peter, and that is going to be that tower just going into neutral briefly before Egg hops back on the tower. That Ink Brush is going to be a bit of a menace there, and that is going to be the first checkpoint cleared in the favor of Egg as 3 players go down on the side of the Cybernetic Catharsis, making an absolute work. Stingray also coming out. Booyah Bomb at the ready. And there we go. That is checkpoint 2 cleared. And this, you only need 2 checkpoints. Tri-Slosher coming out, but hops on the tower. With only 1 player left alive, is that going to be game?
I didn't even have time to commentate that. You took that completely. That's how quick that match is. And if you are, I don't know what to say. It was a quick match. Egg just aggressive the entire way through, and that's just what happens when you're pushing and pushing and pushing and making sure that anything that could go wrong does not go wrong.
Really, like I was just talking about how the matches have been going on for so long, but then we had that, and like all of a sudden, the set is now won. Egg will be moving on to the grand finals and will be playing against ambitious Ambience, and we'll be setting that real quick. So we'll just hop into a quick break before we head into that. When I said before we head into that, we'll be heading into that very shortly, very soon. You're watching It's Dangerous to Go Alone Season 32. The finals will be up very shortly. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to It's Dangerous to Go Alone, the free agent tournament for all skill levels. Welcome to the finals. I am DJam98, your head TO, and joining me is Gilga, your streamer.
Hello, hello. Oh, it has been a day, but we are in the finals with Ambitious, Ambience, and Egg. These two teams have crawled in the prelims and crawled in the semifinals to make it to this point in time where they get the win for bragging rights? Bragging rights.
Yeah. Just to give you a little bit of a backstory between what is happening between these two teams, both of these teams have gone 3-1 in the group, so they won 3 matches and lost 1. Both Egg and the ambitious ambience. We'll hop over, just hop over to that team screen just so I don't blow. Egg won 2-1, but again 2-1. These was close matches. But then there's but don't forget. So while Egg did beat AA, Ambitious Ambience are ranked seed number 1. So it really is gonna go anyway. What are the maps we're gonna be playing these grand finals on for the Power Brand?
I got you, D-Jam. We have the Reef in Splat Zones, Manta Maria on Rainmaker, Ink Blot Art Academy on Tower Control, Snapper Canal on Clam Blitz, and finally, Murray Towers on Splat Zones.
It is going to be one hell of a final showdown where the first map and mode we're going to be seeing in this set, the classic map on the classic mode. The Splat Zones, the very first mode added into Splatoon all the way back from Splatoon 1. I'll remember the days. The Reef Splat Zones, obviously the Reef has changed a bit, but and that bridge is such a critical part. Even though the zone is down below in the depths underneath the bridge, what are some strategies we can see and expect on this map mode combination?
Well, in my recollection of the Reef, we have the bridge is a very, very important spot, especially on Splat Zones as it's right above the zones. Wonderful pick spot, as well as, the underground of that bridge, right? I'm expecting it's just going to be real nitty gritty towards the center. So you'll see weapons very good at short range combat, but maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe. Only time will tell. And I've actually just got some a little bit more of a funny statistic here. So we've actually got kind of like a triangle between who. So Egg beat Ambitious Ambience, but then Ambitious Ambience beat Team FF. I forgot what their proper name was. First Fortune, just then. Sorry, in the groups, and then First Fortune beat Egg. So it's really it's like a triangle of who beat who. It can be anyone's game. But let's dive straight into game 1 of the grand finals. Ambitious Ambience in green and Egg in blue. Let's dive into this first game of the grand finals.
We see Dually Squelcher, Single Squelcher, Ink, Brush, and the Kensa on the Ambitious Ambience's side versus the NZAT. We see a blaster of some sort. We see the splatter shot and a charger. I forgot which charger that was called, but it's no
problem at all. And we're seeing that bridge as being such a critical point right now. Whoever has the zone has the bridge as well. But an Ink Armor and Booyah Bomb is coming out from the side of Egg as they're gonna flip. Are they gonna flip the zone? There we go. They flip trying to get a lead into their favor. Velvet here with that ink brush. Sorry, mate. You need to find some walls that you can climb, but gets
by
Trying
the
his
last. Trying your best indeed. And there we go. That is going to be the lead switch going to Egg.
Express trying to see if he can grab a couple of individuals. It takes one down. It was a 2-on-2, and it seems like Egg is taking that advantage as they take control. Johnny and Fish coming up off respawn, trying to find their way into the fight. If they can stop this onslaught as Johnny goes down, Express just clutching it. They still have control. It doesn't seem like there's any problems on their side to try and clean things up. 36 on the clock for them as Express has a Booyah out, or Booyah ready.
Yeah, they're ready to make theirs. That Booyah coming out as well as they're just pushing away Ambitious Ambience with everything they could. Like, they don't want them going into the zone. Both an armor coming out. They're heading straight for the zone. Are they neutral? Are they able
just
to?
Barely.
I don't know. There we go. That's the zone flip as Express takes down and that is going to be a zone flip, giving Egg a 71-point penalty.
The immediate flip. It went from... We had no idea what was going to happen. It looked like Egg was going to win. And the flip by Astra as they take the center. They regain control. I was a little nervous there. But they are slowly trying to make that push. They need to go and take the other zone before they lose control. As Velvet takes down Ambitious Ambience. Velvet pops the Ink armor to try and give themselves a bit of an edge to try and regain control. As Velvet goes towards the center, make sure everything's ship-shape. My apologies.
And no sweat at all. 10 missiles coming out from the side of Egg. They're just constantly pushing away their opponents from the zone. Is in neutral, cannon towards anyone unfair, but as I said, Egg does take control, but also 10 missiles coming out from the side of Ambitious Ambience. The zone goes into neutral favor once more as Ambitious Ambience looking to get some picks. 2 down on the side of Egg. They're looking to head, flip it over, and there we go. Is that going to be zone flip? There we go. The zone is flipped as Asta with that bamboo trying to get some of those picks. That bamboo does a lot of damage if you're standing a little bit of ink. If that bamboo with MPU does that damage.
Bamboo was probably one of the cleanest weapons in the game. Just how nice it is to go and get that pick off and how quick it is. Regardless, Astra trying to regain control of that front zone. It doesn't work out. They are trying their best to regain control on both sides as Johnny is contesting that top bridge. Now contesting the bottom part of the bridge. He's uncontested at the moment. I may have lied. There's the one person trying to, but it looked like they retreated.
There we go. They did flip that zone, and Johnny sends some 10 missiles, but some 10 missiles back to Johnny's way. That zone is now in neutral as Ambitious Ambience does have the zone in neutral right now. They need to flip, but they only have 2 players left alive, and that 10 missiles is gonna send Johnny all the way back to spawn as they jump out safely, making a little bit of a smart decision to say, hey, I want special here. I'm gonna support my teammate, and we're gonna try and get this zone back in the only last 30 seconds left. Asta has those 10 missiles at the ready. They're gonna look for some opponents. They see 3, they fire them off, and is that gonna be the zone flipped into there? There we go, the zone is flipped. And in the final 20 seconds left, they're gonna need to like hold absolute death choke over this zone. But with 3 players down, that might not be an opportunity. Egg being absolutely dominant on the field, taking down Johnny, the last one left alive. Gets the splash, gets the jump in, gets 1 splash, but
that won't be enough.
It is not, and Egg takes the first game of this set.
It was getting close. It looked like Ambitious Ambience was going to take it back and go for broke as overtime was being threatened, but Egg was able to turn it right back.
They really were. And there we go. That is game 1. I'm going to Egg, and this is a best of 5 set. So where if Ambitious Ambience takes either game 2 or 3, we'll be moving on to the next games. Like, this set will keep on going until we have first to 3 games. But our second game, we've seen Manta Maria before, but we have not seen Manta Maria Rainmaker. What is
Like, what are the routes we can take on this map?
If I remember correctly, let me just make sure I have everything figured out. There's obviously the straight and narrow. We go through the middle, past the pole. I believe we can go around that little curve. I'm speaking very abstractly, but essentially it's your straight and narrow, but there's a little sneak towards the ends of the map where you can do a little climbing, a little excursion, but it is very, very advantageous to get there, as I believe you get a lot more points in that regard. Most Rainmaker maps have the straight point where you can push and the sneaky area on the side that you can work with. I'm kind of curious of which way they're going to go.
Yeah, it's really going to be interesting. Like, you got to make as I keep saying, you got to always make those decisions on the fly. Like, where are the opponents? Like, you got to call out. This is why call outs are so critical. Like, where are the opponents? What is the best route we can take? Do we want to take the left route? Do we want to take the center route, or do we want to take the right route? All can be very valid options. Obviously, the right route is going to get you the most points the quickest, but the left route can be really good if all the opponents are stuck on the right side. Or the center is obviously the bit more, you can defend a bit more and is more for the neutral game, but you still got that choke point laneway to get through if you want to get some extra points on the board. It really can go either way, and you just need to have map awareness of where are my opponents, what weapons do they have, are they gonna splat me, am I going to splat them, preferably the latter. But only time will tell. Yes. You knew exactly what I was gonna say, because I like have my series of catchphrases that are just like stuck in my head, and just like, this time I'm gonna pull this one out of my hat. This time I'm that one out of my hat. Like,
of course. What I was going to say is, will the eggs show their excellence, or will the Ambience's ambition pull them through? As I say that, we transition to the game.
Let's see what game 2 of the grand finals will bring us. We have both the Ambitious Ambience and Egg. Ambitious Ambience in purple and Egg in green. Let's get this match underway. And we're seeing somewhat of a similar comp, but I'm seeing a Dynamo.
I was gonna say that Dynamo just kind of came out of nowhere, but it proves really useful in that mid area, as it just kind of takes care of that entire midway. Johnny coming up.
Absolutely.
My apologies. Johnny going in, making sure that center is ship shape, as he goes in, tries and gets his missiles on the ready. It looks like Ink Armor was popped on Ambitious Ambience's side. Peter going retreating back, making sure that he does not get splatted too early in the game. The Rainmaker is currently exposed. It's anybody's game to see who takes it first, but it looks like they're on a battle as Peter grabs the Rainmaker, and they're going to go for a push. He's being contested by one individual on the Ambience's side. He's waiting for the right time to push through as he goes in.
They find the opportunity. There we go, getting some points on the board, getting it all the way down to 40. They're continuing it. They're getting closer to the bar, up to 23. That is a great first push there from Egg. They do get the burst spot, but is that going to be enough?
Oh,
no, stops
they were so close.
The goal. But unfortunately, for Ambitious Ambience, that means they need to get a KO to win this game.
Egg is in a wonderful spot right now. Had they been a couple of seconds early, they would have won this game immediately, and that's how quick Rainmaker really is. But as DJam just said, now it is up to Ambitious Ambience's side to try and win this game in order to at least win. As Fish pops, as soon as Ink Armor is popped, Fish trying to gain advantage, but that Dynamo is just so oppressive. It's that middle area that's very important. Fish goes back to try and recover, because at this point any advantage is important, because anything could happen. It's dangerous to be alone.
It is. It's always dangerous to go alone, and that Rainmaker is getting targeted. That inkjet, but that inkjet landing is going to be seen. Is it going to be taken down? Velvet dodging around, but is not going to be enough to take down Splattershot Jr. there, as that Rainmaker now sitting in the middle, looking for someone to pick it up, give it a little nice home, and send it straight to the goal. Yellowfish getting up, seeing some opponents, but does get taken out by Express's 52 gal there. And it looks like they're going to take the Rainmaker all the way over to the left side of good map awareness there, seeing that Express is all the way on the right, but they're not going to further on that lead. Express going straight out to the Rainmaker, but gets taken out.
Oh my goodness.
What a great stoppage and defense there from R, keeping that Rainmaker left, taking down Velvet. Are they going to be able to get any? That they do have that inkjet at the ready. That Rainmaker, they're getting closer to that basket. They're just avoiding those clans, those players, and gets a player, two players down. But no, the Stingray is going to stop the Rainmaker in his tracks and going to take another player in his down. And with 3 players down, that unfortunately wipe. That is going to be the end of just Ambience's push. Had a very ambitious push, but it unfortunately was not enough to stop the Egg.
Just like Egg's push, as Rainmaker is getting a reset, we were about to see a complete reverse wipe. As the Ambience was going to go and score on their own. They are 31 off, but it shouldn't take too much to try and turn it around, as they have the Rainmaker again. Velvet looking for the right opportunity to try and go in and wreck shop, as he has the touchdown, the splashdown ready. It looks like that is the only special up at this moment in time. If he can time it just right, then he might be able to gain advantage. As he goes down, gets hit by Astra, as the Tenta Missiles goes down. The Rainmaker is uncontested. I think I might have saw a pop. Maybe.
I believe, yes, the Rainmaker did get popped by Astra's 10 missiles there, and they're just fighting some turf, fighting some splats. Astra got a bit of damage, but just not enough damage to take down the gal. But with only 1 player left alive and them jumping out, this is going to give the opportunity for the Ambience to get some turf, get some points, get some splats, get some progress onto this Rainmaker. But currently, no one has possession of that Rainmaker, and we're heading to the final 30 seconds.
We're looking for
Ambience needs to get that KO if they want to get the win, but there is Ray and takes out the Rainmaker.
They need to scramble and try and get this in the last 12 seconds. As Ink Armor gets popped, it's looking really bad for Ambitious. We need to see some ambition on Ambition Ambience to see if we can hopefully gain some form. As 3 seconds goes down, it's not looking good. As game goes down, they were just barely there. They just needed to pop it and grab it to maybe go into overtime. But it seems like they were a bit too slow, and it goes to Egg for the win.
Egg does take game 2 with a score of 99-69. And it looks like we're heading on to game 3 with the score currently set at 2-0. Let's see what the next maps will be. It's going to be Inkblot Art Academy Tower Control, another map mode that people just love. And I think this is like if people have a counterpick system, people are gonna have always tended to counterpick this. It seems to be a stage that people just love to fall back onto. It's a little bit safe, it's a little bit aggressive, it's a little bit defensive. It's got like a little bit of opportunity for everyone to play out their playstyle.
Oh yeah, it's fun for the whole family. There's purchase for chargers, there's really aggressive areas in the middle, really aggressive areas in each other's kind of base of operations. It's just an overall really good map in my opinion. I like it. And it looks like college, you know. Good times, good times.
Well, it depends how much debt you got to pay off.
Please don't remind
me. But regardless of that, our game 3 is going to head into Inkblot Art Academy Tower Control. Again, this is quite a bit different from Rainmaker and Clan Blitz, because that tower, it moves somewhat slowly, but watch out, it might come up behind you. That tower, it moves slowly, sure, but it moves quicker than you might think. Don't forget to check your visors. I don't know where I went with that one.
It's fine, it's fine. We're just waiting for the game to start. This has been really, really good matches. We see that it's 0-2 and Egg's advantage, but you have to understand that these have been very close matches. In the match we saw previously, it was only a couple of seconds before, Ambitious Ambience could regain control of that Rainmaker, and they could have possibly won. They were right there in the one track to be able to win the entire thing, but just barely the time lost on them. And I'm pretty sure with the first one, it was about the same thing. We could really see a reverse sweep here. These teams are very equal in power from what I see.
They really are. It can go into anyone's favor right now. And we're just going to see what are these two teams going to bring to Inkblot Art Academy Tower Control. As we're saying, like, it's a mode and map that people just love to see and people just love to play on. Let's see what the teams bring into this battle. We have Ambitious Ambience in yellow and Egg in blue. Let's see what both these teams do on Tower Control Inkblot Art Academy.
I'm kind of sad to not see the Dynamo. The Dynamo was kind of cool. But regardless, we see an NZAP, we see a Charger, Kensa, and a Luna on Ambitious Ambience's side versus the Squelcher, the Kensa, the Ink Brush, and the Splatter Shot on the other. As Yaga and the rest of the team actually making sure that their first push is as strong as possible. They're going to checkpoint 1, and it doesn't look like they'll have too much trouble to try and contest that as they push through checkpoint 1, making sure that everything's solid. Honestly, it looks like Astra with the Charger trying to see if they can push back as Egg is on checkpoint 2. Ooh.
They're just keeping on pushing this. This is tournament point at here as they head into the final checkpoint. Yaga has that Stingray at the ready, and that Just Scorcher is just going to keep on raining down pain from above. That incomer also coming out. There goes the Sting.
Oh, as the Sting
left on the side. The Stingray just putting on the pressure. But with Yaga the only one left, that's the end of that push from Egg. Make their own counter push.
Yaga still trying to contest their own area to make sure they don't lose too much advantage, which is a great play. I am trying to see what is happening. There's the tower being taken by Ambitious Ambience. It looks like a couple of individuals from Ambitious Ambience is trying to make a push into Egg's territory. Astro going back, trying to contest the tower. It looks like somebody from Egg is trying to contest the Charger.
It really is, and you're just going to be careful on tower control. You've got that little ledge on the side that can get you up into the opponent's plat quite quickly, and there comes the Stingray making out an X as 10 missiles out from the Ambitious Ambience. That Stingray taking down one player, sending Egg down to 0. So 2 players down as the tower just goes back into the center, and Ambitious Ambience are just looking for some splats, some opportunities. But there's that K-Gal, and the baller is just going to give a bit of defense there, as they're not unfortunately able to get any splat as 2 players are down on the side of Ambitious Ambience. Egg is looking for another opportunity to get some splats, get some pushes, get some turf, and there we go, some ink armor and 10 missiles there. Gonna give them a bit of a strong as Express goes down to Johnny.
It looks like Ambitious Ambience is showing their ambition as they group up to try and take advantage. It looks like Johnny is trying to gain advantage as he brings out the Tenta missiles and Ink Armor goes off. They are trying to push. They go to checkpoint 1. It looks like they shouldn't have too much. Express is trying to get them off, but it's no use as they go past checkpoint 1. Express taking a flank to the left as he tries to contest the tower again. He grabs someone off the tower. Booyah Bomb and Stingray.
The Booyah Bomb just moving, getting moved by that tower. That tower strength to push a Booyah Bomb. That's pretty impressive.
That really is.
But there we go. The tower is now reset all the way back in the middle. A player down on each side. Ink Armor coming out from Egg, and that's going to give Velvet a bit of safety space there as they were able to take down that splatter shot as Egg makes yet another push. That Sprinkler just getting a few extra points there for Velvet there. And that Ink Brush is just getting that turf, getting those splats, trying to find some players backing up, just like being a little bit defensive there, trying to find, hey, we don't need a push up. We've got a good lead. We just need to be really defensive. While Ambitious Ambience, they're not really in a good spot to do that. They need to take the lead if they want to have a shot at winning this tournament. Because if Egg take this game, they take the set, they take the tournament.
As Stingray and Ink Armor comes out on Egg side, it's looking dangerous. As Egg has the lead and there's 30 seconds left, it looks like Johnny has his missiles. He might pop it to try and either look for the other teammates or try and get an advantage. Egg takes the tower for 20 seconds. They are trying to end this as quickly as possible. They lose the tower, which is good. There's 15 seconds on the clock. They need to get on the tower and they need to start pushing as quickly as possible, because it's definitely going to go into overtime should that happen, and they need to use as much resources as possible. They need to tread as they go down. There's a trade with Peter, and there is the game.
That unfortunately no one was on the towers. It was a 2v2 scenario, but without anyone on tower, that is going to be game, set, match, and tournament going to Egg, taking the power bracket of It's Dangerous to Go Alone Season 32.
Man, every single one of these games has been close match to close match to close match. And honestly, it's wonderful to see our players play to the extent of their ability to try and win it all for, honestly, it's been only a couple of days as they've met, right?
Yeah, they only had their teams for approximately 2 days and able to pull off that coordination to get those splats, to get those wins, and to get the tournament is incredibly impressive to see.
Honestly, it's always fun to watch them, compete, really. I don't know what to say. It's always nice to see people crunch down and go, here's what we need to do, this is what we need to see. And as you can see, there's different configurations, I guess you could say, different builds for each team. They think about what maps they're on, what things they need to bring in order to combat the opposition, and all that to be done in a couple of days is quite honestly really cool. Really nice to see that people are coordinating and cooperating with each other, especially on such short notice.
Absolutely. What a great tournament we had for you today. And this was only what we saw on stream was only one half of the tournament. There was another whole half bracket, the Courage bracket, that was happening at the same time. I'm just going to give you a quick update on the Courage bracket and see how they're tracking before we sign off. So in the Courage bracket, if I hop over to their top cut, they've also finished with Internal Insect taking the final round 3-1 against Hazardous Harbingers. And it's been a great tournament all round.
I'm sure on, which bracket was it? Let me just make sure I have it right.
The Courage bracket.
Sure,
but we were watching the Power bracket.
Okay. On the Power bracket, like I said, we saw wonderful individuals. And I'm pretty sure on the Courage bracket, we saw just as well as coordination, because they had the same amount of time as well. Everybody here on It's Dangerous to Go Alone has to then, what is it called? Coordinate and compete with other individuals who had about the same amount of time. It's just all good going around. Let me actually update that because I spelled congratulations wrong.
That's fine. It's fine. But yes, obviously, we've been running this whole time. We've been running a charity event going to RAP, which is supporting any woman who needs some assistance or financial assistance, whatever that may be, with all the abortion rights that's happening in America right now. If you want to support that, just head to otd.inc/donate. After we head the stream, I'll be personally making a bit of a donation myself to support the cause. But yes, congratulations to Egg taking on this game. And Gilga, before we clock off for this afternoon or this morning or this evening, depending on where in the world people live, where can they find you?
Well, when I'm not frantically trying to figure out what's wrong with stream, my apologies everybody. I am on at AOIt'sGilga and Gilgamesh_G on Twitch. You should be able to type my name and it should be fine. But this has been a wonderful day. I'm tired, but it's been a wonderful day.
It really has been. If you guys want to find me, DJam98 on Twitch, or if you want to see me on Twitter, that is DJam987. Also, if you want to give any feedback onto if you played in the tournament, or if you If you're just awesome feedback on the stream, please let us know at otd.inc/feedback, and that'll come right into our message box, and we can see that, and we'll make a blog post reflecting on how we think this tournament went. But yeah,
remember that.
Thank you everyone so much for tuning in. And we'll catch you all for the next season of Most Dangerous to Go Alone, season 33, happening in August.